I bought my 2014 Honda Grom back in 2013. I pre-ordered it June of 2013 and it came in 9/11 of 2013. I've never changed out my bearings. Recently I changed out the brakes on it. I put some new Kenda big block tires on it. I put a new chain on it. And then when I go to ride a wheelie, I dump the clutch and it's clunk, 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 clunk. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Checked my chain tightness. I went over everything, made sure it was good. And it just kept clunking and I didn't know why. And it didn't sound good. So I took it apart, found out my bearing was junk. So I got on Amazon. I ordered a little set of bearings. I got this little bearing pack from All Balls Racing. And today, I'm going to put the bearing in. I've never done this before. I bought a little press tool off Amazon also. I'll put links in the description of these. And I'm going to figure out how to do this. But I figured I'd share it with you. I didn't find any videos on how to do this exactly. But if this works, I'll put the link in the description, part numbers and stuff, where to get these. And it might make your life just a little bit easier with your Grom as well. Let me back up real quick here. So after I took the wheel off, I've got a swing arm stand, put it up, took the wheel off. If you don't know how to take your wheel off, you probably shouldn't be doing this job, by the way. The bearings look good in here. Might want to just leave them alone. I don't see any issues with these, but where my problem laid was in this sprocket carrier piece. The cap had come off the bearing, and this bearing, I don't know if you could see on the camera with this terrible lighting in the shop, but it looks pretty trashed out. It's not looking very good. So what I did, I set up my little vise on the table here. I took this, laid it in here. I grabbed a socket and a hammer and I knocked it out. I used a 22mm socket, which fit fairly well inside there. And I got it out. So now what I need to do is take my All Balls Racing bearing and put it back in. So this comes with 6301 2RS. It has two of those and one 6203 2RS. And it looks like it's the bigger one, which is a 6203 2RS bearing. Yep, that looks like that's the bearing I need. With a dust seal. These are made in Taiwan. The bearings, made in China. So with these tariffs at 245% or whatever they are, these might go up in price soon. So if you're going to do it, I suggest you do it pretty quickly. So here, blind hole bearing seal installation driver kit user manual. Lots of safety information. Choose appropriate driver from the kit, selecting one that matches the outer diameter of the seal you're working with. This is my seal. This looks like this fits the outer diameter pretty darn well. It's not perfect. I think it's a 39mm or 37mm I need, but I mean, that's pretty darn close. That's going to fit right on the edge of that. So I think we're in good shape. Prior to installation, apply a thin layer of suitable lubricant, not included, to the outer edge of the seal. Position the seal in the shaft or housing where you want to install it, ensuring proper alignment and even placement. Hold the tool handle firmly and align the driver with the center of the seal. With a controlled and steady grip, apply gentle and even pressure on the driver using the handle. Use a hammer to tap the handle slowly, driving the seal into place. Ensure it's fully inserted and seated correctly. After installation, carefully inspect the seal to verify it's properly seated. Check for any misalignment, gaps, irregularities. Verify the seal is secure and does not move when lightly pushed or rotated. If you have any additional seals to install, repeat the process. Wow, that was easy. I don't believe I needed this tool. Maybe just to tap it in just a little bit more. Master Bearing Race and Seal Installer Driver Kit. Seems to work pretty well. Going to take my sticker, take my bearings, my seal, put them back in the package. Now I messed up and I ordered a set of fronts. One of these days I'll probably do this. I have never replaced any bearings on this, so it's probably a good idea to do that. Just because, well, shoot, man, this thing's 12 years old now. Old man and his Grom, right? That looks like that sits in there nicely. I think we're in good shape. I'm going to stick this back in, see if my clunking's gone. Check out these Kenda big blocks. Now I'm running a 130/70/12 on here, and man, it looks pretty sweet for some off-road. So always make sure that you get your caliper set up in the swing arm first, because if you don't, it'll be a real booger to get in, as I've learned the hard way. Take your chain, put it on your sprocket, make sure your spacer stays in. I know it's late, but I really want to try this out and see if it worked, because I haven't been able to wheelie in a while. That was the problem. A bearing, a wheel bearing, stopping me from doing my wheelies. Stupid. All right, so I guess that wraps it up. It was a bearing problem on this. Bearings are easy to swap out. It only took a few minutes. Pain in the butt to get the wheel back on. Link in the description for the bearings for the front and the rear of the OG Grom. And OG rider here back in the day. I still got my woolies, you know. Something else fun I should probably show you guys one of these days is on the old Grom, I've got kill switches for all my lights. All right, kids, it's been fun. Just because a guy's got grandkids doesn't mean he doesn't still have woolies. So all you young whippersnappers out there, got your stunt cage and you got your handbrakes and all your fancy stuff. Some of us old school stunners on the OG Groms, the OG stunt riders, man, we can still hang. You know what I mean? So got my knobbies on. I got my new bearing. I've even got mirrors on this thing. I got blinkers. I got a license plate, you know? Like, this is total incognito wheelie piece. But with that bearing, we're good to go. So I'm going to start uploading some content to this channel with some of my toys. So you can kind of see in the background over here. Let me give you a quick tour. I've got my XR50 with CRF plastics on it with a Taikagawa 88. I've got a 1971 Z50 with a 07 CRF 50 motor in it. Got a bone stock XR70. I've got two more XR70s out at my cabin property. Here we've got another 07 CRF 50. all kinds of parts for these things here, boxes of plastics, all this. This engine right here is actually out of a Z50, so the front counter shaft allows you to put a bigger sprocket on it so you can get some more top end out of it. I can't remember. I think I got a 17 tooth on this, and this is a Trail Bikes 108 stroker motor. 26 millimeter carb. I've got FMF 1-inch exhaust. I've got the race head on it, all the goodies on this thing. And this engine actually was too fast for a stock wheelbase. The wheelies were too difficult. Honestly, I'd rather a stock 49cc to do wheelies on than this 108 stroker. But one of these days I'll put it in a bike. Maybe I'll throw it in a 70. That would be kind of cool. Up there I've got a 2000 XR50. I don't know if you can see it. There's no engine in it. And a wheel off my old Viper. I actually have another XR70 in pieces over here. So actually, I guess I have 4 XR70s if you include the bike I dismantled with no engine now. And I think I got another CRF50 out in the shop. Over here, I've got a 02 Navi. I thought the Navi would be cool, but it's really not that exciting to tell you the truth. I got this in December of 2021. I had one of the first Navis in the country. And I think I've got 92 miles on it, so I don't use it very much. I kind of bought it from my girlfriend, who's now my fiance, and it kind of just hangs out in the shop. Something I did just get on my other YouTube channel, a company sent me a lot of products, and I figured I'd get an e-bike. And so I want to learn how to wheelie an e-bike. I don't know if this is the one to do it on. I think it would be gangster to wheelie it because it's pink, totally incognito, old man, gray beard, and just, you know, rocking some wheelies on this thing. I do have the brake disconnected, so I am able to still give it motor while I'm on the brake. So I don't know. I think the balance point might be too high for me. I don't know. We'll see. I might work on that. But anyway, Grandpa Greg, Greg's Man Cave, got the Grom all fixed up. If you like weird kind of crazy little stuff, like and subscribe, and I think I'm gonna start getting this channel going because I do have some cool toys and some cool projects and do some kind of cool stuff that might help some of you guys out. Anyway, have yourself a great night, and we'll see you next time.